Bro, it's not like that I play 2K, but I do upload a 2K video occasionally. Now, y'all read the title of the video. Y'all already know what we talking about. Y'all already know what we doing. Bro, this is the first ever 7-foot 3-point shooter in use that gets 99 block. Hall of Fame quick first step, Hall of Fame unpluckable. 85 3 ball. Right, like, you know what I mean? Top tier, top notch build. Overall, now, as y'all can see, I lied. Yeah, I did. Oh, God. He's 6'11", but with the hair gives him an extra inch. With a hat, it gives him an extra inch. He's 7 foot plus. 7 foot look better in the title. Don't judge me. We're going to stick with 210, the lowest weight, and then we're going to have a 7'5" wingspan. I typically go compact or slight. So, overall, y'all see the build. Y'all see what I'm going for. Ultimately, as y'all know, I'm going to explain my reasoning for everything. So, just y'all understand what I'm doing. So first of all, for this type of build and my type of play style, I'm going to say this. For my form of play style, I play comp rec, I play park with my friends, and I need a build I can play around with, yet also be able to take the game somewhat serious when need be in order to win games overall, improve my team chemistry, and just be good on the court in general. Right, that's the main point. So close shot, I'm not really worried about that because on my build specifically, I can go in the paint. I know how to work around the paint, but I don't drive. I don't take close shots. You're a big man. I mean, big men typically say high layup, high dunk, high this, high that. Who cares really? Your bread and your butter is all the badges that you get, off the rip. Now, you won't be able to quote-unquote dunk like that, but you'll be able to get the basic dunks, and the basic dunks don't get blocked if you know what you're doing. Having a 40 standing dunk, I mean, you can honestly move things around, put things down, but my main goal was to at least try to have a 50 standing dunk with a 50 driving dunk to trigger the standing basic emotions. I said, well, animations. Basically get the basic dunk animations to trigger every single time. Like I said, on this build, you get an 85 3 ball, which also makes the build daily from the arc. Now, here's one thing about comp builds. If you don't need that high of a 3 ball, put it down. You don't need it. You know that you can shoot with a 73 ball, a 73, a 64, whatever works for you. But this is me. I have a 70 mid-range because this build is more so of a popper, but I can play on ball and I can stop ball and, things like that, right? I am the playmaker of my team. So when I say playmaking and being able to have the playmaking ability, more so I am saying that with this 85 pass accuracy, I will be able to dish the ball at a high rate. I will be able to make the passes needed and put on certain badges when necessary, using my extra badge points, of course, but also I'm very selfish with the ball. I have this rating mainly for my teammates when I play rec with randoms, etc., etc. Now I have a 72 ball handle. You do not get any good animations. That's when you have a 75 threshold. So once again, you can move things down, put your arms to the lowest, see if you still get these same animations and same stats, if not better, and do what y'all do. But right now, this is what works for me. And also a 69 speed with ball. Just max out your speed with ball. All right, now on one of my 6'11s, aka my 7-foot point guards, I have an 80 interior. It makes no genuine difference at all, in no way, shape, form, or function. But on this build, you see I can play perimeter defense, so I can step out on the perimeter and be able to lock up and play defense on switching on the guards, except maybe probably the 5'11 ones. And the 6'1 guards I can guard mainly, but it's all about defensive IQ. So just remember that when making the build, if you have IQ, you'll be able to play well on this build. My steal rating is a 40 for 2 reasons. I know how to play lanes, and it's not hard to have IQ on defense. Like, Duh, it's not hard. You know when somebody's gonna press, pass the ball. You can easily play a lane. You can steal the ball. You don't need that high of a rating. But if it's that important to you, move things around. Use this as a template of getting what you want. But here is the one thing that does make the build that much more worth it. The 99 block rating that gives you defensive anchor, Hall of Fame, and Hall of Fame pogo. Now, I shouldn't have to say too much about this, but obviously y'all know why it's so important and why you should yourself at least invest in having a 99 block. All right. There's certain animations that you get, it's certain things that you acquire with having a 99 block that you wouldn't have with gold, anything else. It just wouldn't happen. It just wouldn't work. That's just what it is. That's just what the game is. All right, and I have an 85 defensive rebound. Now, you can actually lower the rebound, and you don't really need silver rebound chaser. Me personally, I don't even use rebound chaser, but I'm saying for those people that just want to have the badge, be able to core versus one of the easier badges to core, to use your other badge points, etc. and so forth. You don't need to do all that. All right. Speed, you have a 70. Acceleration, obviously, it's all about your speed with the ball. Acceleration, max it. I have a 54 strength. Once again, I'm not the big man of just doing foolishness. I know what I'm doing. I know how to get to my spots. I know how to make things work. Quote unquote, what it looks like is the biggest weakness on the build would be your finishing, but not necessarily once we go through and show the badges. But the vertical, you have a 65 vert. You can get blocks, you can get rebounds, you can get in positioning, etc. And an 89 stamina, which is cool. I mean, it doesn't really matter. So these are the badges that you get, and then also you can change it. You can move some things around, and you can get the lockdown perimeter, those badges. But I'm a sharp. I play paint. Those are my two badges that I use most often. Very, very obvious, very simple. Obviously, we're going to make this build. We're going to be top 10, top notch, top 5 even. And this is who we get compared to. Laurie Marketing, Brandon Ingram, Kiki, blah, 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 blah. All right. Now, this build is 7 foot, basically, and gets a 3-point shooter. I've only been able to see 3-point shooter on little guards, like little guards in the 6'9s. I haven't even seen one. I'm not saying that it doesn't exist, but I haven't seen one person that made a build that got 3-point shooter and you're essentially 7 foot. But also, this build is a catfish build. So like I'm gonna do, we're gonna test out the build most likely, because we're top 5 and we need to hurry this video up. I don't want it to be that long. But you see, when I say when you get your extra badge points, if you are planning on hitting level 40 every season, this only increases the greatness that you become. I mean, like, if you want to build that gets quick drops off one and this, that, and the third, and the other, then make the build to your style. But first and foremost, you always get limitless takeoff. Don't need no requirements, so put that on. Also, put this up and core it. Core drop stepper. This is going to be your best friend badge. This badge, core it, man. Just core it, and I cannot stress it enough. You don't need pro touch. I mean, slithering. You can use like any badge that brings you somewhat interest. You can use, but these are really the only badges you need. I mean, no other badge is really it's not necessary in any way, shape, form, or function. I mean, you don't need Giant Slayer, but you can put it on. You don't need Acrobat, but you can put it on. But your finishing will look something like this. And if you do add your extra badge points, you can get back down Punisher. And once again, it's a useless badge. But if you need to get to a certain spot on the court and you need to make it to a certain area on the court, I'm pretty sure if you don't really need post-spin technician, you don't. Oh my god, bro, what the fuck? Jesus Christ, shut up, bitch. So more so, you can take all this pull off. You can take all that off, right? And simply put, bam. And do this. You can do this. This is probably even better. If not, once again, you can put your extra badge points. You can get Hall of Fame with these 3 badges, and that's all you need. And you get your bronze, take off. It's not hard. It's not, no parts of this is hard. You get 18 shooting badges. So what I do is I put on Green Machine because it's the most important badge, and also I don't necessarily use Space Creator, but I use Amped and I use Agent 3s. In terms of badges to core, mainly what I've been doing so far is putting on bronze, catch and shoot, and then putting 2 extra badge points to get limitless range on bronze as well. But all in all, it does depend on the person and what you're doing and what you're trying to accomplish. So mainly for me, what I've been definitely doing, and I can say definitely doing, is coring. Every build I've been coring Green Machine as soon as I've been able to get it gold. I use these. Mainly though, the whole real point, and I'll say the real point, is once you core Green Machine and stuff like that, you can put on catch and shoot gold, but it's not necessary. Catch and shoot pops up every single time, but just time your jump shots. Just get good at timing your jump shot. Green Machine, this is one of the hardest years to green a jump shot. So when you really think about it, you need to Green Machine gold. Once you get it gold, core it. And then guard up, I don't necessarily use. All the other badges I don't necessarily use. I could care less. I don't have a true opinion on those badges. Playmaking, immediately. Look at what I'm doing. Enjoy what I'm doing. All right. All right. That's it. That's all. That's it. And that's all. You don't need what me personally, for clips and things like that, because I know how to dribble and I be in the lab cooking up. I put this on. And then also Clamp Breaker, it's cool, but like, come on now, like these top badges, Floor General, if you want to be generous, you can put on Floor General. You don't need Dimer. If anything, when you core it, put on Bailout. And the reason why you will put on Bailout, it should be self-explanatory. Put Vice Grip on Hall of Fame as well. And you know what, man? Bam. You know what? Take that down. They don't deserve all that. Because more so, you're team-oriented, you're a team player, and you like getting the job done. You don't need Mismatch Expert in no way, shape, form, or function, because it only works with people taller than you. If you want to dribble and troll, if you want to literally barely increase the level of getting past a slow center, go ahead. Special delivery for clips. You don't need break starter. You don't need needle threader. You don't need post move playmaker, or whatever it is, post playmaker. And you can use Dimer if you necessarily want to, but me, man, I don't really care. So when it comes down to your defensive badges, it should be self-explanatory, dude. Like, you're not here to be a nice guy. You're here to literally obliterate and annihilate. You're here to do your one job, and overall, ultimately, like this is it. This should be it at all times. At all times, this should be it. Now, my reasoning and my exampling is, like I said, you have a 99 block. 99 block. You need chase down on because you get LeBron-like animations. You foul people without getting a whistle called. Is very broken. You need Hall of Fame defensive anchor to maximize the amount of blocks that you will be getting. You need Pogo for multiple reasons. First of all, being able to jump and recover multiple times. Also, for being able to grab thousands, and I mean thousands upon thousands of boards. Now, with your extra badge points, you can do whatever you want, but if you do put 2 on your extra badge point area, literally, I would honestly say maybe put 3 on here. You'll put Challenger, you'll put Glove, and then you would put interceptor, or you would put 2 and you would just do challenger and interceptor, so you can be able to play lanes and get steals a tad bit faster. But overall, that's it. This is the build. You look at your core badges, all Hall of Fame, 1 gold badge. It makes sense. If you don't get it, if it still doesn't make sense to you, obviously you don't play 2K, so I'm not going to lose brain cells trying to speak the game into somebody's head. This is the build, though. This build, you can play Rec, Comp, Pro-Am, 3v3, Pro-Am, Theater, Stage, run up streaks. If y'all want me to run streaks up on this build, bro, definitely top 10. But hey, man, click on the last 2K video. Y'all know I was going to drop a 2K video. I hope y'all enjoyed. With all that being said, until next time, man, take care of yourself and love yourself, and I'm out, bro. Peace.